and welcome to the third edition of Ask a Canadian and Ask an American.
Me. That's me. Hi, I'm Ryder.
Hi, I'm Alexandra.
That's great. What's our question this week, Alexandra?
Well, Ryder, this week our question is, what makes a responsible citizen?
Well, I'm thinking about being a responsible citizen, and I think this is like a lot of my Americanity, my U.S. and my United States-edness, that I think to be a responsible citizen, you really have to be taking care of yourself. So to me, being a responsible citizen means not being like independent in terms of like, growing your own food and living off the grid and being some kind of like rugged and, environment, like mountain man with a beard and everything like that, and a shotgun and they get off my land, kind of weird stuff. But I think it is having your own, having your own property, having your own affairs settled, not running up lots of debt, which is not really an American thing right now, but
or a Canadian thing. We have like the highest household debt in like the G8 or something. It's really weird.
Good point.
I don't have a citation for that, but I heard like our household debt is very high. I've listened to the bank.
I heard that on the radio.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know if I have like a really good, concise answer for that. But I'd say, yeah, just first and foremost, before you go out and volunteer for all kinds of organizations and coach the hockey team or run bake sales for the library or anything like that, it's making sure that your mess is cleaned up so that nobody has to take care of it further on down the road.
Interesting.
What do you think?
Well, I mean, the biggest thing I think you hear the most, and that I would say is like baby step one, is voting in everything that you're eligible for. A lot of people will vote in federal elections. Well, not a lot, but more than in other elections. People don't vote on a municipal level. Like they don't go out to vote for their mayor and councilors and park board. And those are the people who actually really affect your day-to-day life. And it affects your life so much more than a lot of the sweeping policy changes that happen at a higher level of government. So I think, yes, you should definitely vote for your member of parliament and your member of the legislative assembly or national assembly or provincial parliament, depending on which province you're in. And if there's one I've missed, please let me know. You should vote for all those, but also pay attention to what's going on locally in your community. And then I think really being involved in your community, it doesn't necessarily have to be, like Ryder was saying, making cookies for the bake sale for the library or doing these big volunteer things. It can be something as simple as checking in on your neighbor to make sure that they're okay. Like if you see they haven't shoveled their driveway, or that maybe there's a stack of newspapers at the end of their walk. Why is that going on? Or their mailbox is overflowing. Make sure everything's all right with them, and don't wait until there's something wrong really to do that.
And it's also just like say hi to people and know the people that you're around. I think this is something that like we see a lot more of now that we've spent so much time in small towns in Canada. That people, even if they're not best friends with somebody, they still know everybody on the block. And that's, partially a function of the fact that we're in towns that have, 1,000, 1,200 people, and it's a lot easier. But still, I remember when we were living back in Vancouver and Surrey, you might see 100,000 people between, your ride downtown on the SkyTrain and your ride back at the end of the day. And we're really not interacting with any of them. And I think to be a responsible citizen, it's best to have your finger on the pulse of what's happening around you just by talking to people. So
definitely. I think that's probably like the biggest and the easiest thing you can do is get to know people in your community, and you don't have to be best friends with them, but know what's important to them, know what they're up to, and have a better sense of what's going on in the world around you. Because I think once you do that, then you will be much more motivated to vote for your park board and get involved in greater activities. But, little steps at a time. That's all we need.
Baby steps. This has been Ask a Canadian, Ask an American. Until next time, go North America.